grew up in the Detroit area and moved here after I got done with art school, packed up a U-Haul and been here ever since. I worked for myself for a long time and was exhibiting a lot. I had a solo show in '07 at Packer and was doing shows and recording music also. It was just a little bit hard to keep all those balls in the air at the same time. So the art and music sort of took a back seat. You made me untouchable for life. I've always loved photography, and I don't know how the collecting part started. Some of these are cameras I've actually shot with, but I love the aesthetics of old cameras and the materials and how they fit together and the sounds they make when you fire the shutter. Some of the photographs behind me, my great-great-great-grandfather is in one of them. It's part of why I like the cameras too, is that they kind of capture, you know, a little connection to the way things used to get done. The books and records I've been carrying around since I was in high school and building, you know, the art collection. They're mostly pieces by friends who I've shown with or traded pieces with. I think what I'm trying for is balance. There's a lot of stuff, but I've tried over the years to find a right place for everything so that I have access to it, but it's not overwhelming. And without it becoming sort of like a look but don't touch type of vibe, more just like, here are some interesting things to dive into in those winter months when you don't even want to open your door. I surround myself with the things that I'm interested in, like everybody else, but try to do it in a way that's balanced so that it's not constantly noisy and overwhelming. You made me untouchable for life. Oh, yeah. I had been woodworking since I was in art school. I worked as a carpenter's apprentice in art school and then developed my skills. And so I was building, you know, full-on furniture. When we moved in here and then I had to close the studio, I knew I still wanted to have some of the hand tools around, so I just restrained it. So I try to limit myself with those pieces to processes that are relatively quiet and kind of gentle. So like the assemblage is typically using X-Acto knives or small saws, and then painting, it's just a lot more meditative, I think is the right word. For a long time, the work was pretty serious. The subject matter was pretty dark and serious. And this body of work has been way more about celebration and it's a brighter chroma and more playful form and that sort of thing, instead of trying to solve the world's problems with every piece of sculpture or song. That's sort of a fool's errand.